Good evening and welcome to the evening review. Olsen Kahiriri joins us once again to have a discussion following yesterday's developments. Welcome back to the evening review.
Thanks for having me.
Yesterday we saw a large group of people had attempted to march. They were obviously stopped. People were arrested and so on and so forth. What does this say about the state of Namibia 33 years after independence?
The most important thing is, in this country, when do you raise your dissatisfaction? Is it on the day of independence? I think, to my understanding, it's the day of independence. That the promises that was made before the independence was not achieved. The current regime has failed for 33 years.
Administration?
Because at the end of the day, the youth are saying, statistically we've been told that probably unemployment is around 49% and what. But if you go deep onto the ground, when positions are advertised, recently there was an entertainment place that opened and people were storming looking for a job. That is a sign that indeed the statistics we have are outdated, or either they are not telling us the truth. From looking from a distance, the unemployment in this country is way around 70%. And the government knew that if you bring an issue of unemployment and the people are demonstrating in the street, there's a potential, a big crowd that would probably, you don't know what would come out of such a day. So it's a clear sign that what happened on the 21st of March 2023 will not be forgotten. It's something that a sign that in reality the regime has failed the Namibian people. It's not, you can't blame the young people who wanted to demonstrate on that specific day, because they didn't do anything wrong. They were just seeking audience with those who are entrusted with their resources, asking questions that not only the birth certificate is good enough to declare me as a Namibian citizen, but sitting on the table where the food is the most important thing. And the government not allowing them to demonstrate is a sign that we are moving back to the apartheid era, whereby whoever is demonstrating and asking questions belongs to jail, need to be beaten up, need to be disciplined, because you are disturbing the table of the bourgeoisies who are comfortably sitting at State House, enjoying the fruits of this country that they claim to have fought probably in Lubango, wherever these losers were. So at the end of the day, that's a clear-cut sign that we have lost it as a country. Why am I saying that? Is if you look at the response of the police to the demonstrators, they said it very clear that they do not have the human capacity to be able to help the demonstrators, to accompany them in their demonstration. That is a clear sign that they don't have either the money or they don't have the manpower. And the people who are going to demonstrate is the unemployed youth, who should have helped the government in needs like this. So it's a clear sign that this government is running on a time bomb that is about to explode. Because jailing people, beating them up in the street is what the apartheid regime has done, using the resources, but they couldn't handle it for a long time, because they are international organizations that where these losers went and cry for them to probably be given the Namibian government on a silver platter. They said they went to fight for it, but I know they negotiated through the resolution 435 and things like that. So they went to, there are people who are watching these things. So we have become a banana republic. Up until now, we are even not explaining as to why we have a member of parliament in jail for something that is not even serious. What did these people do? That's a big question.
And then, what do you make of the conduct of the police? Yesterday, through videos and through eyewitness accounts, there was an attempt on the 3 individuals who were arrested yesterday to calm down the crowd, to explain that the demonstration could not go through, to try and avoid a hostile situation, but yet, these people were arrested, and the members of the public found themselves in unfavorable positions where there was even a video where a lady was manhandled and where another one was crying, alleging that she had been beaten up by the police. What do you make of the conduct of the police? And is this indicative that we are heading towards a police state?
If you look at the Namibian constitution, we are founded as a government. We have 3 arms of the state, which is the legislature, which is the parliament, we have the executive, and we have the judiciary. Now, just to enlighten the Namibian people, the police is on the executive branch, and the young people who were demonstrating to give their dissatisfaction to the executive branch. Now, the Public Gathering Proclamation Act of 1989, which was crafted by dead people, I think those who crafted it are already in the grave. We shouldn't even rely on fossil laws that are not helping our people. But anyway, that proclamation says that if you want to demonstrate, exercise Article 21(2) of the Namibian Constitution that gives you the right to demonstrate, assemble peacefully and all these things, you have to notify the police. And the law is very clear. Maybe the English that I understand and the one of those morons sitting at the police headquarters, they don't understand what is the word notification. Because the law says you must notify the police. So if I notify you, I'm telling you that this is what I'm going to do on this specific day. And I must notify you 3 days prior to my engagement, or at least 24 hours prior to my engagement. And the only time that the police can refuse to accept that call, because the police, as I've said, from the organs of the state is at the executive level. The commander must see whether there is serious threats of violence. There's dangers to lives if this demonstration takes place and all these things. Now the reasons that they gave is not in the act, that they are unable to have police force. So what I would say is they were protecting the executive, because the police duty is to protect law and order. Now against the executive, because these young people are questioning the executive. We don't have jobs. And now because they are questioning the executive, the very same police, you guys are saying separations of power, which is a lie. The Namibian Constitution, everybody is saying it's the best constitution. It's the best constitution because it protects the bourgeoisie. The Inspector General is appointed by the the head of state. So when calls of this nature comes, he must protect the head of state. So these young people never did anything wrong. They notified the police 7 days prior to the requirement, because the requirement is 3 days. You have the audacity to go and write back to them and say, we are not going to allow you to demonstrate because we are short of staff. Find another day. Okay, that's what happened. These young people went to court. The court decision came 4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's sleeping and everybody's now. Those who wake up earlier started gathering because the demonstration was supposed to take place at 7. By that time, they have not seen the court ruling yet that the matter that they took to court was not urgent. That's the reason why this case is dismissed. Apparently, it's not urgent. And I will come to that because someone is not telling us the truth, either the judiciary or the executive. One person is lying. But these are public knowledge by now. Now, I'm getting a notification at around 8, we are already in the picket line demonstrating. We are confronted with the police who, in terms of the response of the head of the police, there are no staff to assist us. Those who went to stop them, where did they come from? We only have the staff that can beat you up and jail you, but not to escort you, because the duty is to escort. After I've notified you, you don't have the authority to stop me from demonstrating. These young people say, no, we just got the ruling now. Maybe we must stop the demonstration. So the young people were saying, we'll stop, we'll go back where we come from and disperse as we gathered. They were turning back to go back. And that's where the actions of the police started. So someone has already planned that for this demonstration not to happen again, we must beat these young people through this police, because you bring in police that cannot speak to people. I don't know how these people also get into the force. They don't read, they don't understand the law. They are very, very weak in understanding what they should have done. So they beat the young people, they jail them. What did they do wrong? Because now I gave you the background as things happened. Then now we go to the aspect of the judiciary. The judiciary says it's not an urgent matter. If the judiciary is right, it's not an urgent matter, then there was no incitement of violence. Because if you come to court for an urgent basis, a life should be saved. Then the police are not telling us that these young people are arrested for inciting violence. And the rejections of them also making an application, there was no mention that you are going to incite violence. By the way, there was video circulations of the gathering of the young people who were saying, 21st March, we are going to demonstrate. If you hear those videos and you as a police are realizing that it's inciting violence, why are you arresting the person on the 21st of March? Not the day that you hear the videos that he's making, that indeed he's inciting violence. Why are you waiting up until he's on the picket line? So these things are done deliberately to frustrate the young people.
Do stay tuned. We'll be heading for a short commercial break.
Please, put on your safety belt, sir. It's very important for your life.
The seatbelt doesn't make me drive comfortably. Yes, that's better. Please wear your seatbelt. I did not.
Flex is your health and fitness show that focuses on the health of the mind, body, and spirit. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact zone@synergy.com.na.
Welcome back to the Evening Review. Commissar, before we went for a break, tied to my question is, do you believe we're heading towards a police state?
Yes. It's a very clear sign. The way things are crafted from, let's go back from the COVID regulations times, how people were beaten, put into houses. It was a test of what could happen in 2024. I'm not a fortune teller, but this I can tell you. 2024 election results, the regime will lose powers, but they will kill and beat people. Why am I saying that? The things that they have done the past 33 years tells you that they would not want to see anyone coming into the state organs the way they have captured it. Because whoever takes over power in 2024, it's either you will have to send all these pensioners who were running this country for 33 years to jail, take back the resources that they have stolen in 33 years. Because by that time, you are moving into a government structure where all the traces of what they did 33 years are very clear. Now, who would want to sit for 33 years leading a country and you are losing those powers, whereby some of their friends are in jail, they must rot there, they must not come out, because the others are following through within less than 2 years, they will be joining them, but there will be a fight. There will be a fight of the transformation of power in this country, because the dissatisfaction of the young people has reached a boiling point, and they are going to use the military to start shooting Namibian people. I'm not a fortune teller, but this is what I'm preempting in 2024. If you start stopping people from demonstrating, whether you want or not, unemployment march is going to take place. Whether it will be on a Kasinga day or whatever, the young people themselves will decide. When that happens, that is a sign of the reactions of government that you will see in 2024. The thugs time is up. Whether coalition government is going to come or not, all in this country we know the youth is the most people we have in terms of population. And these are the people that you are stopping to hear their voice. Is the police going to assist us, Namibians, in 2024 when this regime thugs are coming to our houses? Because the treatment that they are stopping the young people now, not for them to hear their voices. If they come into the streets to come and look for votes, we are going to beat them up. The way that they send police to come and beat us, is the police going to protect people in their houses when they don't want to see these thugs coming back to the people? Because the powers are not with those that are in charge today. is with the young people. And the consciousness of the young people is reawakened daily, because arresting young people on a daily basis makes them more powerful. And we know the regime will always try and kill the young people who are reawakening the consciousness of the others. This has become a banana republic on the basis that we have around 48 hours. You have a member of parliament in jail. And you go and celebrate independence on 21st March, saying that there was brutality done to our people during the apartheid regime and all these things. This is the very same things you are doing. So the young people, the order of the day is they must remain unemployed. That's the order. Whoever wants to turn those tickets around is disturbing peace and stability. We are here watching them, because Hage will end up one of the failure that we have put at State House. He has no answer. The man is arrogant. I don't know who even trusted that guy to take over State House. You are not saying anything about the young people who wanted to demonstrate. There's no remorse. But they are going to regroup and they are going to demonstrate, and that is your road to 2024. So they must enjoy their popcorns for now, but come 2024, there will be serious consequences to the SWAPO regime that has destroyed this country, not the young people. The young people allow them to hear their voices. Yes.
And then, just to wrap up, yesterday we saw independence was celebrated in Outapi, and there was a scramble for food. The events leading what does that say of the Namibian state, the Namibian House, if people are being subjected to queuing up for food and actually, they rush into these places and demand these things?
That is a sign that this regime has starved the Namibian people. People are hungry. And a hungry person is a very dangerous person, because they can do anything, because they don't have hope outside the scope of grabbing what they can with their hands. For I cannot imagine that we can't feed less than 3 million people. It's a shame that indeed, even at independence celebration, people that are not even 3 million, we can't feed them. But we are buying the condoms. A hungry person cannot even stand up. What use is he going to use with a condom? People are hungry. So that's the seriousness of where we find ourselves. We don't know. These morons cannot prioritize. I'm angry as a Namibian citizen because it's my country. There's nowhere I can go. But these guys are close to the grave. That's why they don't care. But we'll make sure that if they die, they don't rest in peace. Wherever they have built themselves momentum at the Heroes Acre, we're going to deal with that Heroes Acre, either bomb it or whatever. Because the problem with these people is you get so angry that you do not understand. And people will ask us, why are you getting angry? If someone cannot feed 3 million people from the Namibian resources, should you be happy? And should you blame me for your own failures. They promise the young people that we are going to protect you. Vision 2030. Where is it? These dreams that they have sold to the Namibian people, where is it? Now, if people want to ask them and hold them accountable, because the public must hold the executive accountable. But instead of these people trying to hold them accountable, they must be in jail. So this is where we are. We are at the crossroad, and we are moving back to the old times before independence. And Nelson Mandela said it to his own party. He told the people that if the ANC does what this apartheid regime did to us, to you as Namibian, as South Africans, you must return that favor that we did to the apartheid regime. Previously, before independence, people were at loggerheads with the South African forces who were in charge of Namibia. Today, we are busy with the Tanganyika group that came and destroyed this country. These people are eating like grasshoppers, at the extent that the Namibian people are grabbing food at independence celebration. That is an insult. And these people are not even ashamed of themselves when they sit on television saying that we are leading this country, we are doing what, we are doing what. You cannot feed 3 million. Shame on you. We have countries like South Africa, who has a lot of people. You have Nigeria, our population cannot even be linked to these countries. You can't feed 3 million people. We can't give them names, but the public themselves are seeing these things for the losers that they are. So we keep the strongness to the young people who wants to take charge and turn these tables around.
Thank you.
They have our support.
Thank you, Commissar. Thank you for tuning in to the Evening Review. Good night.